here, 2v2, Hydris Chasm, blue team, with a real Super Sand, also known as Caeltos, the lead designer of Elite Mod, plays a Lord Commissar, very good offense, fights in melee combat, some awesome support too, begins with a Refractor Field, alongside its Ser Topi as a Mekboy, a teleporting commander that fights range combat, puts out some good damage, can also support, disrupt, build structures, and repair. What is that thing sticking out his head? zeetorq on the red team as a plague champion, starts off range combat, damage over time bolter, pretty damn versatile with some good support options, walks very slowly but can also build structures and repair. And rounding off the red team, it's Jamona as an Apothecary, support commander that fights in melee combat by default, begins with a targeted heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Some blood ravens on show over here, up against the Mekboy on this east side. Mekboy with a pretty decent advantage over here since he can teleport out and grab these points, though he hasn't done so thus far. He's putting up a war banner straight away for those buffs. There they go. Pretty decent range on those buffs, as you can see. Kind of narrow in this little strip here where this VP is. Massive set of stairs allow you to flank inwards, and here comes a Lord Commissar just hanging out even, leaning on his sword there, but now he's getting involved. Might take a model off those scouts too. Jamona did not notice quickly enough. Sluggers missing those scouts completely for some reason, are now running after those tactical marines, but they are far away. Nice little flank from Caeltos, but might lose his power. Oh, he's just put a turret down here to hold, and it's holding. Don't think zeetorq realised maybe that all of Caeltos' stuff was over here. That super repair from these guardsmen. 50% bonus on their repair compared to regular repairing units, I believe, but still less than the heroes. And wow, this turret lives. Oh, it's got scuttled in a way from Caeltos. He gets some of those resources back, holds the lane with a turret and some guardsmen, and now he can push, or at least take this contested power. And another turret going up. He's creeping forward with his turrets. Classic Imperial Guard play over there. And now a heavy weapon squad. Shooter boys on capping duty. Here comes the bolter fire though of the tactical marines, which are leading a line for Jamona. He's got double tactical marines, in fact. These guys still back at base. Apothecary gets the decap. 1-1 now, 487 to 477. Looters on the field for Ser Topi. Lots of Daka. Are those scouts going to be able to get close enough? Yes, they are. I'm going to say they might struggle to get close to the sluggers, but not when the sluggers come in from that direction. Tactical marines making it into melee. They did drop a model, but can they get a model themselves? Ser Topi not paying attention to his looters here. He's going to drop models. Oh, they get two. Nicely done from Jamona. Oh, he's obviously watching his shooter boys here. Goes into the garrison. How often do you see this garrison used? Absolutely never. Apothecary now taking that range fire from the shooters, and you can shoot down this guy pretty damn quickly since he has 600 hit points and needs to get into melee to attack. Bow Spear on the field for zeetorq. Makes short work of that turret this time, but he is forced to retreat. Might want to get the mucus discharge too. You have double Glen Ultra Heretics, which is pretty understandable against an Imperial Guard army. Though the Doom Blast can help you control that Commissar. Refractor Field up, Power Sword and Carapace Armor up. Just pokes his head on that east side to see what's going on. Easily able to hold the line here. Just needs to hold his power, hold his natural, and help Ser Topi keep this east side. Plague Champion might struggle to get over there quickly. He's so slow, and his army is so slow. Coming out of base now. Doesn't have anything else. He's got Raptors on the way, which is going to be good for him. Lord Commissar can do some work to counter-initiate with the Power Sword especially. Going to be knocking him over and doing 50 power melee DPS. 487 to 462. That Bow Spear is going to be painful for any guardsman squad he can fire on. Meanwhile, east side, power harass from Ser Topi. Can they get two gens? Scouts are infiltrated, but they are being spotted by these shooter knobs. These 2 fully upgraded shooters? No, these guys do not have their big shooters. These guys do. Amps up their DPS and gives them aiming. What's that? Also gives them 2 longer range weapons, which can be useful, especially stuff like this. As stuff tries to back away, instead of retreating, those big shooters can help you pick off those models. Sluggers getting into a really good position. That is terrible for Jamona. Gonna drop a tactical marine squad here. Nice work from Ser Topi, spotting the vulnerability. Jamona just went the wrong way. 487 to 430. There's a big loss over there. Tactical marines are always a big loss. Spotters on the field for Caeltos. Trying to chase down that plague champion, but it's the Lord Commissar who is forced to retreat. And that was pretty bad for Jamona. He's lost his scouts as well now. Needs some help from zeetorq. Maybe he can get his raptors over there in time. Jamona goes tier 2. Not going to be able to hold his power, and it's completely given this eastern edge to Ser Topi as well. Well, not given, but could not prevent it being taken. Caeltos needs to go tier 2. Spotters have dropped a model. Raptors jumping in, doing some work. 30 DPS melee will peel off guardsman models pretty damn quickly. Caeltos taking his natural VP back, so it's a tale of 2 sides. Blue team doing really well on the east side, and red team doing pretty well on the west side. Can all flip around. Jamona's got a pretty quick Razorback on the way. But look at this. Flanking against the power. Jamona's going to need to come and help out here. Tactical Marines and Apothecary are in attendance. Needs to heal those Tactical Marines. Maybe he's used it already. Oh, there's that Bile Spear, Bliss Discharge. Slowing these Orks to a crawl. Look, they can't get away. There's a retreat force. Can he push through and get a power bash here? Looters are not facing the right direction to stop it. Mekboy still in play though. Was able to just teleport off. Has his own big shooter. Yeah, Apothecary's not going to be able to cap it. 472 to 397. Look at the damage from those looters' death gun. Wow. 3 bursts might have killed him there. Kicking off big time on this west side. Raptor's taking a hell of a lot of damage, soaking up so much. Look at this, Mekboy over here helping out, using his teleport to traverse the map quickly. Here's the Razorback though. Some really good 2v2 fights kicking off. Because what can happen, especially on this map, if one of the players does badly, it kind of forces a 2v2 situation or a 2v1 situation at least. Chimera on the way for Caeltos, which I was going to say you might want to avoid it on this narrow west side, but he's gone for it. zeetorq can get a power fist going and maybe some havocs or plague marines even. Down goes the mech. 472 to 363. Plague marines probably the better choice because there are spotters around, though he can initiate with a jump on the spotters. They could just hop into the Chimera. They can actually call for the shell to be cooled down and then hop into the Chimera and it'll still come in. Since they're not actually firing the shell themselves, they can still retreat and it will still go off and stuff, I think. 472 to 347. Razorback providing support to a Chaos army, which can make them excel. If you allow Chaos to reinforce in the field, they can become so powerful with their very high upfront damage. Tactical Marines leveling to 2 with their Sergeant, so they do have the And They Shall Know No Fear to stop the Sluggers just running them over, because with a Nob Leader, Sluggers will run them through pretty quickly. Raptors do have their aspirant champion Manticore on the way for Caeltos, so Lord Commissar still down. Deep in enemy territory as well. Might be difficult for even the Mekboy to get there, even a teleporting commander. Battery pack is up to support the Sluggers mainly, I guess, but can use it against allies too. Devastator's on the way for Jamona. Not sure I agree with that purchase. Mekboy can teleport in and tie them up. Plasma cannon getting shots. Teleports away here though. It is narrow here though, so Devastators could do some work with the heavy bolter. I thought he'd go for some more tactical marines or assault marines. Try and get Stern Guard going and get some assault marines alongside them maybe, because he has that drop pod. You can now deliver tactical marines to the field with a drop pod. So I thought he was going to do that in tier 2 when he got his Razorback, but I guess not. Manticore, was it spotted? I'm not sure if it was spotted. Might have been. We do have Plague Marines up for zeetorq. Tier 3 for Ser Topi. Lost his sluggers. What happened? What did I miss? Oh, here they are. What the heck happened? And they shall know no fear, maybe? That's crazy. Don't think they had their Nob leader. Ser Topi might have just completely forgotten about them as he makes his way over to this west side. Oh, has a beamy death gun on the looters. Bad news for that Razorback, especially on rear armor. Can he get close enough to fire it though? Razorback continues to move up as he spotted the beamy. Don't think he has. Gonna get at least a couple of shots, I think. Smack! Wow! And that technically wasn't even a rear armor, I don't think, the first one. Down it goes, runs into an autocannon.
Let's do it.
Did not last long, did it? I mean, there's nowhere he could have gone. If he went forward, the autocannon, which is what he did, the autocannon finished it off. I guess if he made a beeline for the mid, he might have got away before the autocannon set up. Maybe. Autocannons are scary. Plague Champion now, feeling its wrath. There's a Manticore Strike with mines, which can be great synergy because it will explode the mines and do even more damage. Jamona now pushing gens. It's recovered reasonably well. Goes tier 3 now. Looted tank is on the way, which is pretty bad news for the red team. Suppressing those tactical marines, but they in turn are suppressed. Wow, how did the plasma cannon make that shot? Give that guy a promotion. Superbly aimed. Another really good shot. Tactical marines trying to get a decap, but they're going to take a lot of damage from the mech. He's using, what is it called again? Damn it, I always forget the name of this ability. More Daka, there we go. Which is the global of the Mekboy to do even more damage to those tactical marines. It no longer knocks you down, I don't think. 349 to 281, boom. Plasma Cannon getting shots on the looted tank now. Double cap for red. What's going on west side? Caeltos retaking a natural. Could be a pretty tight finish here, especially if Jamona gets some nasty tier 3 stuff out. Had a pretty bad end of tier 1. But it's recovered reasonably well. I mean, he's got a lot right now, but the Razorback did a hell of a lot of work for his team on that west side. And there wasn't a whole lot he could have done to get away, apart from really quick reactions. I'm not sure if he even could have spotted the autocannon before it fired on him. Beamy looters on this east side now alongside a looted tank and double shooter boys. And they do have the big shooters on both squads now. Plasma Cannon easily seen off by the Mekboy, but here is zeetorq to help out. Raptors jumping into so much stuff and they died in seconds. Wow. Lord Commissar executed his plasma gun guardsman, allowing him to do double damage, and they got absolutely wrecked. And they're fully upgraded with their Commissar and stuff now. Getting the Emperor's Wrath. 250 for your accessory, but there's a good reason for that. This thing can wipe squads off the face of the map, and that is a prime target for it right there. But he did not get forward to see it. He needs to come to the west side. zeetorq was split as his Plague Champion over here. The Aspiring Champion Heretics are spotting those mines, which is why they are not going off and have those red markers around them. Gonna bash what little power there is left. There's the Manticore. Really good tool for stopping caps, and can be devastating against heretics, especially if they don't have their Aspiring Champion. Those guys did. Lord Commissar, Emperor's Wrath is ready to use. I wonder how much energy this takes to use. I'm not actually sure. East side is uncapped. Looted tank doing some work. Tactical Marines do have a missile launcher. Mekboy teleports in. We might see some friendly fire here. No, only hit the Mekboy. That plasma cannon devastator dude is awesome. Pinpoint accuracy. Mekboy now out of range though. Lord Commissar gets the cap, I guess. Can he push through and do something though? There's only 2 gens here. These guys backing away from the double plasma gun guards when fully upgraded. Can he get a decap? No, backs away and goes for that contested power. Predator tank on the way for Jamona. More looters for Ser Topi now has 2 looted tanks. Jamona not going for Terminators, I guess, with the Cyclone missile launcher, which is pretty awesome. Kasrikin on the way for Caeltos. zeetorq into tier 3, but he had those Raptors just got wrecked. So what does he get now?
Roger, sir.
Terminators with autocannon would be pretty good. Orks backing away from those grenade launchers. Always a danger, of course, when you're fighting the Plague Champion that is going to do that grenade barrage into Noxious Cloud combo, which can be incredibly nasty, especially if he manages to hide the marker for the Noxious Cloud, which isn't that hard to do. Hide it under some cover or a vehicle. Uh-oh. Mines into a Manticore. Boom. So many dead heretics. Here comes some Kasrikin with a grenade. Wow, pretty long grenade throw. Is that standard range? Seemed longer than usual. zeetorq got hit really, really badly there. Excellently done by Caeltos. That was pretty devastating. Mines and a Manticore strike, and then Kasrikin coming in. Mekboy goes down. Those devastators do get away. Plasma Cannon Devastator can't hit that time. Plague Champion escapes, I think. Yes. 8 hit points, just about. Kasrikin have their sergeant up here. Looted tanks though, stopping stuff from capping with that big boom shot or whatever it's called. There's an orbital though from Jamona. So I guess we're not going to see Terminators anytime soon. Unless we see some Chaos Terminators, that is. So didn't do a whole lot. Forced the looted tanks to move forward, but there was nothing there to take advantage of that. Mekboy is going to be revived. Lord Commissar is going to hit level 5 maybe. Not quite enough. What's going on over here? Caeltos has pushed all the way forward and taken that VP split pretty well throughout the game here, Caeltos. Just taking his Commissar and his Kasrikin to mid to wreck some faces there after the Manticore strike. Leaves his guardsman over here and his heavy weapons squad indeed. And that's another Manticore strike. Does it have the Storm Eagle? Does not have the Storm Eagle. Got that slightly shorter cooldown if you don't get those Storm Eagle rockets. And I'd probably take that. What does the Storm Eagle upgrade give you? Is it just slightly more powerful rockets? I'd probably keep the shorter cooldown all the time. There is the Emperor's Wrath, and now he's just executed one of his heavy weapon squads so they do double damage. But can they set up again? They are going to set up again. Doing big chunks of damage. 270 to 188. The east side is blue. The Storm Eagle upgrade must do something else as well. But it's 25 power. Must be something I'm forgetting that it does. 270 to 179. 100 VPs thereabouts for red team to make up. And it's not looking too good right now. zeetorq is... What's he trying to get? Is he trying to get a Great Clean One or a Phobos? They have very low power income, so that's going to take a while. I guess he doesn't want to tank because Kasrikin can get melters. The Lord Commissar could get heavy melee weapons. The heavy weapon squad have an autocannon, and there's that Manticore. And here's another heavy weapon squad. Is he going to get double autocannons maybe? Look at this Commissar. Tearing stuff up over here. Chaos Space Marines level 3 with Nurgle Worship support. Do eventually force him to get out of there. Can they take him down? I don't think so. No. Jamona's trying to decap the east side and gets the decap. Looted tank are going to boom shot his face though. Oh, look, hit terrain. Wouldn't even have hit them. Oh, Armored Apothecary, advanced healing going off. You should try focus down the Apothecary when you see that. Here comes zeetorq. Good grief. Chaos Space Marines getting absolutely owned, but there is a Nurgly nuke from zeetorq, and that is painful. Wiped a Guardsman squad off the map, and no, it was a heavy weapon squad, I think. Guardsman squad do get away, or did it wipe them too? Yeah, that was nasty. Killed a lot of stuff either way. A hell of a lot of stuff. Not super expensive stuff, but in a tight game that can make a huge difference. Leman Russ now on the way for Caeltos, and that is really going to help him out. He needs to mind tying up the Plague Marines with the Lord Commissar, but otherwise Leman Russ has free reign on this east side, and it might be pretty damn easy to push alongside it and get that VP. What is zeetorq going to buy? Nothing yet. Whoopsie. Is he really going for that Phobos or something? He might have to go for a tank now. He's taken one of the heavy weapon teams off the game. Yeah, he is going for the tank. 240 to 144. Double looted tanks are ruling this east side pretty much. And a complete full retreat here from Jamona. There we go. Harmony Apothecary is not going to help you against 2 tanks. Tactical Marines, I'm afraid. Improved medical equipment also. Power's going to be wiped. And nothing is capping though. 239 to 143. Commissar Lord, or Lord Commissar even, takes the cap, but gets beaten down by the Plague Champion afterwards, who now has the Fist. Armor of Pestilence also. Weird boy with bigger brains on the way. Shooter boys are eventually going to start capping this. Stone Guard veterans can switch to their Hellfire rounds. Not sure why they have their default Kraken rounds loaded in actually. Either want Vengeance to shoot the tanks or Hellfire for pretty much everything else on Ser Topi's army. Maybe the Kraken was because he was trying to focus down that mech. Perhaps. Boom. Is he going to force off those shooter boys in time to stop the cap? Vengeance rounds doing some work. Smack. Oh, I thought I was going to wipe them, but they do get away. Now there's the 2 to 1. Can zeetorq do something about it? I think it's down to him. He's seen a Leman Russ and responds with Raptors straight into their melter guns, I guess. Chaos Predator way back there. No mark yet. Don't need to always give your Predator tank a mark, especially when it's just on the field. Perhaps a good idea to wait for it to level before you do, maybe sometimes. Unless you want something really specific. In this case, he just wants to shoot stuff to death. Kasrkin with no weapon upgrade. Have some pretty cool hell guns or hotshot las guns, whatever you call them, by default though. Look at this complete blueness over here. Blueness is now an official term. Must hold the 2 points, says Jamona. Yeah, it's generally what you have to do. Oh, he's talking about the west side. Must hold both naturals. A tall order pushing against Imperial Guard. Manticore can shoot the crap out of anything that gets close, and he won't have a lot of time to react from that range. And Weird Boy's there to stun everything. This could be really nasty. Grenade can also come in from the Kasrkin and Emperor's Wrath. They might be walking into a lot of pain. Those CSM soaking up a lot of it. Wow. That was Emperor's Wrath. That's Armory Apothecary and advanced healing going off. Did not see Pestilent Strike there. That's a Manticore. They dodged it pretty damn well though. CSM off the field, but everything else is still in play. Is the Predator tank going to edge forward here and get involved? Stone Guard veterans getting way too close, and that is a Orks, and that could be devastating on those Devastators. 239 to 62. 2 to 1 cap for the blue team. Can they hold on here? I think they can, because Jamona is too thin. Lord Commissar now level 6. Kasrkin still have 5 models somehow. Dealing a hell of a lot of damage too. Threw out their crack grenade for some reason there. Oh, Melter on the Manticore, but it's fine. 239 to 42. Ser Topi coming over with double looted tanks, and this should see the game out for blue team. Jamona got a Predator tank, right? Did he? I thought he did. I guess he lost it quickly or cancelled it. GG, says Jamona. He had a pretty rough going on this east side from the early losses. Lost that tactical marine, lost his scouts, went into tier 2 with just a single tactical marine squad, but did well to get that Razorback out quickly and was slightly unlucky to lose it like he did. 239 to 21, maybe one lost push for red, but it's a very, very tall order to do anything here. Is that double auto cannons? It is. Set himself up very well on this west side. Caeltos played the map well. A lot of players don't do that. You know, they have their build and they use it. They don't play the map. 239 to 6. So 2 to 1, and blue team are going to take this game. Valiant effort from zeetorq, trying to carry it through, but it's the Lord Commissar with a kill right at the end, taking down that plague champion. Look at the heroes. Level 7 Commissar had Aura of Discipline, was switching back to the Emperor's Wrath when the game ended. Mekboy level 5 with Proximity Mines battery pack and that big shooter, lots of Ducker. Plague Champion level 5, and Jamona's Apothecary, Armor the Apothecarian, and improved medical equipment, almost level 4. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.